Welcome, Charlie, to the final frontier.
Thanks for having me, Danielle.
Yeah, so I've got some bad news and some good news.
Okay, I'll take the good news first.
Well, the good news first is we're in space.
Yay! I love space.
Space is really fun. It's fun to explore, but the bad news, unfortunately, as you can see right here, Earth is, well, it's been a fun ride living on planet Earth, but it,
Oh, God, what was in that asteroid?
Lots of explosions.
Crud.
Oh, so this is Rymdresa, I believe. This is a Swedish game. And this is a game, it's made from two independent developers. They work together, and they're actually a couple, and the name of the company is Morgendag. And so they made this very special little game. It is basically a roguelike, but it's very chill, very contemplative, very relaxed. What you're doing is you are really just exploring space. You are sort of a survivor of Earth. You're an astronaut, and now you happen to be in a spaceship when the crash happened. So you explore space, and you kind of have this nice, it's all mouse controls. You're just sort of pointing in a direction and sort of aiming your thrusters that way, and you go in the opposite direction. Very, very simple controls, but there's kind of a lot going on here. And not always. Sometimes it's very relaxed. You're just in the middle of space, and other times there are, you have mission objectives, you are exploring specific things, you are picking up resources, and you are avoiding explosions and asteroids and things that will kill you, basically.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very relaxed. And of course, it's easy to die, and you lose everything when you die. And of course, here we have very meditative moments where our astronaut tells us sort of how they feel. I'm not ready to die yet.
Plus 500 space points.
Yeah, you get space points, and you can use your space points. Basically, I'll show you a little bit later on, but you can use those to upgrade your astronaut. You can use things to upgrade your ship. And here we're exploring. We got some resources just from exploring that. And other times, when you actually get to objectives, or if you get to these things in space, satellites or planets or planetoids, you can actually go on a little mission and go sort of see what's going on there. But
what
other times you just get points.
Mission? Like you get out of your ship and you run around?
It's more sort of based on, we leveled up. Are you proud? Yay,
That's awesome.
What a beautiful moment, and then, oh, no.
Oh, did you crashed into a binary system,
We went
Danielle.
to the twin suns there, unfortunately. So here's, when you die, this is what happens. No, you died screaming. It's very unfortunate.
That's the ambulance coming.
And we go back in, and you had a question about, about sort of what happens to you get out of the ship. No, it's all sort of, like Star Control 2, or the recent Into the Stars. It's all based on sort of a little menu screen, and it'll tell you, a good thing happened, a bad thing happened, you got resources, and there's a little bit of story text for you.
A little bit like FTL did with
Exactly.
the little branching kind of decision tree thing that they did.
Precisely.
Okay.
And these sort of satellite things, they have their own little gravity well that you have to escape. And I need 25 technology. I have to upgrade my pilot a little bit before I can get to actually using that, but I can use it to slow myself down and not get, explode into these little red star-like things on the right side of the screen here. So
tell me, is fuel a resource that you need to keep track of, or is it just
sure
kind of
is.
unlimited?
It sure is. It is limited. And, fuel tends to be pretty plentiful. Now, this is the first story scenario. There are 3 scenarios in the game, and this is sort of the first one. This is the beginner scenario. So fuel, I've never run out of fuel. I've died many times, mostly from hitting asteroids or hitting suns, which also have their own sort of gravity well. But for the most part, you do okay as long as you're as long as you don't have your foot on the gas pedal the whole time, you'll do okay in this early scenario. Which is good.
I wonder, can you kind of use the gravity of the stations and the planets to kind of slingshot yourself around the map, I wonder?
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely
so
get
cool.
more. You can use it to sort of pull yourself in and then try to... Oh, and there's something cool here. You can use it to pull yourself in and then also sort of escape with a little burn. Apollo 13 style. So here we go. It's a moon lander. You get a little text. Definitely got some space points and resources. And it's an ancient Earth moon lander. So that's nice. It's good to have these things. In this starter scenario, you have 9 objectives. You need to sort of find the 9 things in space. And of course, you can look at other things too. And here, oh my god. Oh man, that's a lot of asteroids.
What is the limbo?
Oh
man.
Yeah, it's easy to die. There's a lot of dying.
Really hard.
It is actually pretty difficult. Yeah, so this is definitely a roguelike in terms of structure. But considering that, the penalty for death totally sucks. Well, here's taking a look at sort of upgrading your pilot. I love how exploration is increase the positive outcome from quests. Like, just sort of ratchet that one up. I wanted to put all my points in that. But yeah, it's very easy to die. Definitely roguelike, but it's so relaxing and so chill, and the experience itself is just, I don't know, it really puts you in this mindset that like, oh, I'm floating in the infinity of space here. I'm a tiny little crumb on top of a giant feast of things and wonders and suns that will try to kill me.
That's awesome.
Things like that.
So the best roguelikes they don't necessarily level up your character. I feel that they kind of level up the player. Is it teaching you from session to session to get better, and in what ways?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I sort of learned early on asteroids are bad. Don't hit those. That first time you saw me go into the suns, I wasn't sure if those were something I could explore or if it was just something that was going to kill me. Nature is a curse. See, there we go. A trace of something living. Oh my goodness. And yeah, here you can, the little branching sort of satellites, but of course, I think that this little astronaut has a bit of a depressed outlook on life, considering that they're alone and Earth blew up. But yeah, it certainly teaches you bit by bit. And, I haven't gotten I've died more than 12 times with my, hour and a half I've spent with it. But I never felt angry. I always felt like, no, I want to go in again. I want to see what I see this time. And I think the music and the sound design has a lot to do with that. So really, actually looking forward to this game. This is coming out on August 20th for Mac and PC. This is Rymdresa. Thank you, Charlie.
Thanks for sharing, Danielle.